Hello, you are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. A wonderful cup of coffee to all our viewers, viewing us right now from around the world. I mean, we are back again. If you see me dressed like this, it is a manifestation that we are the official GSM partner of the AFCON. We would be doing a lot of QCell, QTV, Q group thing, and you'll be seeing a lot of analysis from our end, live on your screens via GRTS TV. Yeah, so I am here with Julde Njai. Good morning, Julde.
Good morning to you, Balde.
Is the AFCONing?
It is really AFCONing, really.
Then let it AFCON.
Hi, QCell suñu boss ngay yeb. Ñun suñ luñ duga rek mu dem. Suñ luñ duga rek mu dem. Neex na ba pare. Dooragut sa waay neex na ba pare. So good morning to you, good morning to our viewers, and good morning to my friend who I am sharing the studio for the first time, I think.
For the first time?
Yeah, on this morning platform.
I'm surprised.
No, we've done a few, I think.
We've done a few?
Remember, I used to call you to Julde Balde.
Oh!
Yes, no,
Mr. Why is it that Yen Maggie, you tend to pay attention to, little detail than us? Because you're not fatty.
Well, let's put it here. There are two bits here. Yes, Maggie, I'm experienced. I'm going to value the significance of detail. That's one. On the other side, we're journalists. Details, facts, they matter so much.
Yes.
So you have to cultivate that capacity, that ability to focus on the crucial, the significant detail, irrelevant details or secondary ones. But I'm not certain primary important details, so decision making will be messed up.
Absolutely. And whoever knows Mr. Mboj knows that he pays attention to details. Like absolutely everything. The other day I was writing a story and I was surprised that just a single sentence, he was like, he made me change the entire story. Or should I say, he made me to go further on the story. So yeah, that's the importance of paying attention to details. Sometimes we tend to, ignore some of these things, which are very, very important in journalism. And not just journalism, but in our everyday life.
Exactly, yes.
So, yeah, AFCON is really AFCON.
Absolutely. It's important. It's good that you mentioned those things, Julde. Because when I was producing Mr. Mboj on the viewpoint, this is what I tell him. Pay attention to detail. Mr. Mboj,
my teacher.
The little details, they are very significant. You see, now it's paying dividend. Now you are learning. You
were his producer at some point?
Busaf.
Oh my goodness, I'm proud of you.
Busaf, we enjoyed it.
You were hard on him.
Oh, very well, yeah.
Because he's a hard producer.
Well. I'm always on here. Yeah, so on the program, sometimes it's important for us to crack jokes like
that.
Absolutely. We'll be looking at the African code, then do the newspaper review. Then from the newspaper review, we'll be talking to Khadija Drame, winner, outstanding registered nurse in the Western Health 2 for the year 2022. She'll be on the program, at least to tell us how did she make it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, what does it take? What does this award mean to her? It's important sometimes for us to pay attention to this little detail too. Why? Because, we will motivate her to do more and more. You understand?
And inspire others to take up the challenge.
Absolutely. So there is a lady that is promising to cook 300 hours in the Gambia. And she will be on the program. She said she will break the Guinness World Record. I think there is a cooking going on currently in Ghana. And, she is waiting for that person to stop. Once they stop, then she will top her record, the previous record. So we will find out how will she do it, because 300 hours is not 3 hours. Yes. So Jules, take us through the African food.
So yeah, our African proverb this morning, I'm not sure from which country.
No, it's not even a proverb. It's a quote about life.
Okay, it's a quote. Okay, I'm saying it for the first time. So you have to believe in yourself when no one else does. I love this one. Self-esteem, self-belief, trust in yourself. Mr. Mboj, You want to come first?
Yes. You see, when I look at these quotes, these proverbs, superficially, they tend to look straightforward. But there's so much sort of embedded in them. So you have to trust yourself when nobody else does. God, all great people have had to face that phase, as it were, towards their greatness. It has always been like that, because any new idea and any revolutionary idea, these things are always new. And then people are not very sort of good with change. Sometimes you have to force change.
Absolutely.
So that's what it is. You have your belief, then you want to fulfill something. First, it's a dream, they tell you, and then before you realize it, it becomes a cliche.
Yeah.
So along the way, sometimes a lot of people wouldn't be able to understand, will think that it is wishful thinking, you are daydreaming, until it becomes reality. But at a certain point, you are a loner. We all experience it, I think, at one point or another. Well, I certainly have.
Yeah. Balde?
Yes, I mean, absolutely, you have to believe in yourself. You have to, for people to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first. That's where it should start. How do you call it? Metamorphosis.
Oh, please.
It has to start metamorphosing at a very tender age. It needs to grow, Mr. Mboj. You need to start it from you. But first, the mindset is very significant in this instant, because it's the mindset that is going to steer you to the next level. You understand? If your mindset is very weak, absolutely, you won't be able to have that self-confidence, that self-esteem, that self-belief, I mean, to be able to do it. Mr. Mboj, I mean, we have seen stories of people whom you know, they were not, I mean, they were born at very, very critical situations. But at some point, they were able to lift themselves from that situation to a better situation. Why? Because of self-belief. You understand? So the self-confidence and belief, it's the thing that's going to stay you, obviously. Nobody can do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. And at the same time, don't allow anybody to tell you you are not good enough, because you are good in your own way. That's what I believe.
Yeah, you're unique in your own way. I mean, you can never be someone else, no matter how much you try. Believe in yourself when no one does, because you know yourself better than anyone else. Sometimes others have different ways of really, attaining greatness. Sometimes when they are down, that is the time they can do greatness. Sometimes others, when they are not motivated, they can't really do something. Sometimes others is when you lift them, that is the time they can do something that, you know, everybody will be surprised of. But the most important thing is know yourself, know your strengths, know your weaknesses as an individual, so that you will be able to find a path for yourself, a destiny for yourself, a goal for yourself, success for yourself, that you know that, okay, this is, I worked hard for this and I deserved it. And often times we see people achieve something and you ask them, did you ever believe that you could achieve it? And they will have this self-doubt. No, I never thought that in my wildest dreams that I can attain something like this. So it takes you as an individual to know yourself first. We don't oftentimes take time to reflect on ourselves and know ourselves. That is why it's very difficult. If I ask Balde, who are you? Like, Balde will ponder. It will take him like ages to actually give me a response that, you know, this is really who I am, because perhaps we are not taking time to reflect on ourselves. Oftentimes we find ourselves in situations that are very confusing even to ourselves, because we don't know ourselves. How can we know other people? So I think it's good to reflect on yourself, know your weaknesses, know your strengths, and know that you can conquer. Whatever you set your mind to, trust me, you can conquer it.
Yeah, you have to be a conqueror. I mean, it's a brighter example. We are qualified for the AFCON. You know, we tried the first time and it worked. And we believed, okay, we can do it for the second time. Why not? You know, some people said, oh, even Gambia qualified. I said, why not Gambia? You understand?
Absolutely.
So at this juncture, Mr. Mboj, well, Mr. Mboj, I have something for you.
All right.
And I'll promise you, if you can tobal 25 in the studio, I will give you 5. I give you only 5.
Come on, Bala, you're pushing it.
No, if
25, no, right now I cannot
No,
do
if you
that.
tobal 5, I will give you Q money. Just now. I'll just forward you.
5?
5. Jurom rek.
I swear, Bala, I can do it.
Billahi so tobale jurom.
Jurom rek.
I will give you Q money.
Absolutely.
Don't believe.
I'll give you Q money.
What's wrong with this man?
5 rek.
Believe, huh?
Wow. Wow. I said Mr. Mboj. Mr. Mboj showed 1.
No,
but
second chance.
Okay,
Second
chance.
Second chance.
No,
What's wrong
like,
with
Mr.
you?
Mboj. Aja. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I told you I could do it.
Don't believe.
No, Mr.
Yeah?
Mboj.
Don't
No,
believe.
Mr. Mboj. Why?
see?
Why
You
am I
doubted yourself
That's
at
it.
first.
Man,
And
you
the
know-
chances. You see, I could have just given up. Oh, I can't. I said, no, I
Look at
can
me.
do it.
Yeah.
Look at me, Mr.
All
Mboj.
right, fine. You're well 20 years younger than I am, please.
Hold on. Mr. Mboj.
Oh my goodness.
Well done. Okay, ñaari tànka yi. You see? When I could ñaari tànka yëpp.
Ah, Mr. Mboj, ñun dañu yàgg si affaire si. Ñun dañu yàgg si
So
affaire
yeah,
si. Wow, so
I
it's
think
important.
Mr. Mboj really demonstrated what we were talking about here earlier
Ah.
on. At first he attempted and he failed. And he said, no, give me a second chance.
can
And
do it.
you know, he did even better. It was 5 and you did more than 5.
And
It
you know
was
what? I
9.
wanted to stop you because danga try nga fail.
Wow.
So mo buga la stop. What about if I didn't give you a second
No
chance?
way, it never works
Don't
like
worry.
that. Who was it that once remarked, ever tried, ever failed? Never mind, try again.
Absolutely.
So legi Mr. Mboj dafa am Q money credit 200.
Cheers.
Dañ ko ko yoni. So this is what we're going to be doing with you people. So we'll take a short break. After the break, the program will continue.
Hello, Gambians. I'm sure you are all aware that our gallant Scorpions have qualified to the AFCON this year, and they will be on their way soon. They need all the support from us, both financial, moral, spiritual, everything. Let's work together and get the cup here in Gambia. QCell is the official GSM partner for AFCON. We are proud to be the official GSM partner. We want to wish our gallant Scorpions good luck in all their matches. We hope we will celebrate together when they bring the cup to Gambia. We pray that God guides and protects them and give them victory.
Assalamualaikum Gambia ñun waa QCell ñu ngi ñaanal suñu Scorpions yi pour ñu yàlla may leen ndam si AFCON bi ñoo dem ni Abidjan ñu ngi leen di support all the way. Go Scorpions, go Scorpions, go Scorpions.
Go Scorpions, go Scorpions, go Scorpions. Go and sting. We want you to come back here.
Sting
With
the
word
lion.
We've already stung. You understand? So, I mean, I believe they're going to make us proud. Especially Mr. Mboj, that first game. We are everybody is sitting and focusing attentively, waiting for that game.
Absolutely. Come on, it's between Gambia and Senegal, for God's sake. Forget about AFCON. This is about, you know, a kind of nice, benign rivalry. It's not malicious, but you've got this rivalry. I think we last beat them
Wow.
when 1963, I hear. It's always been draws. But Gambia beating Senegal, the senior team anyway, let's put it that way. I think 1963 or 1960 something, ridiculous years like that. It's high time that we break that.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed a video yesterday. Some of the Senegalese players made a video. They were cheering, Gambi dinala rey, Gambi dinala rey. You understand? So, I mean, when I looked at it, I was like, well, at some point, it's rivalry, but at some point, too, this is beautiful. I mean, it's between two countries, you understand? So we are brothers and sisters pushing and pulling at some point to see who's going to win.
Absolutely.
You understand? So it's more of just doing it the right way. At the end of the time, whether Senegal wins or Gambia wins, we'll all come back.
I will certainly absolutely not agree. For us, this is about winning.
No, we are going.
Let's be
no,
clear
we are
here.
going to win.
We don't want to win unfairly.
Correct.
We don't want to be malicious and all that negative stuff. I'm not into that at all. Well, what I mean is, I go into a competition because I want to win.
Absolutely.
This is what we were talking about here. Not that I want to win unfairly and stuff like that. Let's when we put that aside. I want to play well, play better than you did, and win.
We refuse to go into that pitch without victory.
You must win.
On the 15th.
I gotta win.
Yeah, so
you gotta have that mentality.
What does this
Winning
game
is a
mean
mentality,
to
man.
you as a Gambian?
It means a lot. You know, it's for me, this game, it's about self-esteem. It's about regaining that lost glory in our football. It means like Gambia moving forward, and it means Gambia really proving itself that we are not small as they think we are small. Yeah, we are small in terms of size, but we are not small. Our Scorpions are powerful, and I believe they can do it. They can conquer this one. I mean, the game is ours. So let us just go and grab it. Just like Chef Bojan said, you know, he was not there to compete, but then he was there to prove a point. I mean, it's the same thing here. We are not there to compete, but we are just there to regain that lost glory as Gambian. And our Scorpions, I believe in them, and I believe that they can do it. With all the support, you know, with QCell Sunyubos behind them, we are going all the way.
Well, that's the time. That's the point for me. I realized we are going to make a difference this time. I mean, because it's in the hands of the Q group. QCell Sunyubos. Mr. Mboj, the pressure is on Senegal's side. You know that. They are the defending champions. So at some point they want to retain that. And Gambia is saying, no, we are refusing. I mean, what a man can do it. So obviously we'll be able to go in there and be victorious.
It will depend on so much, depend on tactics, and depend on actually how the game pans out. Sometimes you go with your tactics, but somehow the match goes in a funny way. So it depends. There are so many variables. So with us, we have to be realistic. We are the underdogs, granted. But this is a tournament. It's a derby. It's a one-off. Anything can happen. Recently, Gambia's been growing. We surprised everybody in the last AFCON. And we've got this exciting new stars, somebody like Minte, they call him Messi. We've got some very interesting outfit. There could be an upset.
Absolutely.
So for me, this is how I framed it. None of that gung-ho, over-the-top reaction, we're going to win this. Come on, we're talking about the defending champions, the reigning champions. They're one of the favorites. If you're going to win this, there are some tough games to come. So this is it. We whip up the support, as it were. There could be some interesting dark horses. You just never know. So how much of the support they're going to get from home, how much psychologically would that contribute? You just never know. Football is half psychology. So this is really what our role is, to whip up so much support and enthusiasm to help them through what's going to be very, very difficult.
Yes, I mean, need that positive energy.
Yeah, I mean, we used to, all the matches we played with Senegal previously, I can say most of the boys who were playing in those tournaments, most of them were not playing for big teams. Now we have people that are experienced, that are playing for bigger teams out there. The Minties, the Barrows, the Abdullah, you know, we have all those people now combined together, I mean, to make that perfect mix. So I think, like we having those people in our team, you know, we can do anything, anywhere.
You are absolutely correct. I'm not sure what your first experience of the Scorpions is. Well, I can remember my very first experience. It was in 1980. It was what we called Zone 2. So we went to the finals with Senegal, can you imagine? And there was this short Senegalese man called Joseph Koto, who scored the 1-0. They beat us 1-0. So, quite interesting. For me, that's really where it begins. So now, yes, what you have now, can you, especially when you compare from them to now, now our boys are exposed, playing in top clubs. Minte, I mentioned earlier, I think bought by Newcastle, afterwards given on loan to, is it Feyenoord? So we've got boys playing in big teams, and Barrows, in Musa Barrow playing in Italy. So, absolutely. So when it all gels, and you know, this is a tournament. Tournament is a different mentality. That is why certain teams tend to do very well, the Germans and you know, stuff like that. It's a tournament, it's short, one-off, anything can happen. This is really where it happens. I mean, the last AFCON really showed us that. Nobody was expecting Gambia to do much, really. Can you remember the video that was going around, that Guinean, wasn't it? Gambi. He couldn't believe it. We're so small. How could you do that?
Yeah, I mean,
there could be another one.
Well, it's a tough group. Actually, a tough group where we have Cameroon, we have Guinea, we have the Malis, we have you know, Senegal, you know, the Gambia. Because there are teams that, you know, they are there to prove a point. There are teams that are there to revenge. There are teams that are there to defend themselves. The Guinea would like to meet with Gambia again. I mean, at least to see how to take back what happened previously. So it's a very tough group. Maybe other countries might not understand what it really means to us in the sub-region. But we are going this game all out.
Absolutely. That is why you have to create, now support becomes what they call the 12th man on the pitch. You know, maybe we don't have that many in Cameroon, granted, you know, given our size and what we can afford. I'm sure other countries will take far more supporters than we can. But yet in the country, generating that 12th man, sort of sense of the 12th man, that would also help. So this is where we come in to, you know, excuse how bring all sorts of programs so that we can get people to really get behind the team, and we see how far that will take us.
The advice we have for our boys, let them be disciplined, like what they are known for when they are in the field playing. We want to avoid red cards, we want to avoid yellow cards. All we want is discipline, play the ball, and, you know, make us proud.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's it. I mean, you could not have given them a better advice than this. Discipline, it's everything. I mean, if they are calm, you know, they are not tense, I'm sure they can break barriers.
Yeah, but
I trust in our
for me, you know the nature of football. For me, just go and win, yeah? You may take yellow cards, you may get red cards, fine, but win. That's the way football is played. That's how it goes. But I know what you mean in the more wider sense. Obviously, with me, I tend to take stuff like that for granted. Manners, discipline. That's why I don't even talk about it, because I assume that it's there anyway. It's the base. I cannot do anything without notions like discipline. How can you achieve anything? When you write your story, you have to sit there for at least half an hour, and here I'm really giving you a very low number, you know, you sit for hours. It's discipline that puts you there when you do your work. So I take that for granted. Otherwise, you're not going to achieve anything. You're not going to do anything, you know. And then when you add honesty in there, it makes it even better.
At some point, the reason why I mentioned that, at some point, you don't have to get into your feelings so much to make you react in such a way that people might think you are indisciplined while you are disciplined. Sometimes getting into your feelings can lead you to, you know, get into other attitudes.
You mean controlling your temper?
Controlling it, correct.
Yeah, it's just as simple as that. Something's happened and I react. Yeah, we see all of that. But a professional, and just as we said, they're playing in top teams, they learn to do that Otherwise, on the pitch, you'll get the card that will cost your team
Anger money.
the game. So, of course, they all go through such trainings to discipline themselves. And yes, some people are better at it than others, granted. But yeah, sometimes these things happen. You try to control them, but sometimes they happen. I'm not too censorious on stuff like that. So with me, boys, just go and win.
Although sometimes
there are so many different ways of winning, as
Yeah,
it were. You know, you may face all kinds of challenges, but you surmount them. So there are certain details you really cannot go into them as such. You know what I mean? Because the variables are unbelievable.
Yeah, we cannot also close this program, Jules, without thanking the Gambia government. I mean, yesterday they revealed their budget. I mean, the amount they're giving to the Scorpions so that it can be smooth for them. We are saying thank you to His Excellency President Adama Barrow and his cabinet, the GFF, the NCC, the Q group. We are saying thank you to Mohammed. Thank you very much. You know, he spent millions and millions of dollars, I mean, so that we can partner with them. He spent millions again so that JRTS will get the right, so that Gambians can watch this and will be analyzing these games. So Julde, I think they deserve a thank you.
Absolutely, they did. I mean, you know, getting those millions, especially in the private sector, is not really an easy, it's not a child's play. But it's only that sense of nationalism that you will be able to, you know, think of getting that some amount of money to, you know, put it in your Scorpions or put it in your country. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, we are not getting anything out of it. It's just nationalism and feeling that, okay, we want to support the Scorpions. So thumbs up to the Q group, and thumbs up to the government of the Gambia. Really, this is what we need as a country, despite everything that has been happening in the country. We need this. This is the Gambia. I'm glad that we are seeing the Gambia first, and it should continue like that. No matter what our differences, you know, we should put all of that aside and then see the Gambia first, because it's only the Gambia that would last. You know, when you have leaders, they will come and go. When you have institutions, the same thing, they will change at some point. But then the Gambia stays, and I'm glad that now we are seeing Gambia first than any other thing. And I think that sense of nationalism, that sense of patriotism should really continue as far as the Scorpions are concerned, as far as development of this country is concerned.
Absolutely. But for me, you see, I put it in a longer tradition. We have had over the years Gambians contributing to football so much. You know what I mean? Their names, you go to certain areas, you mention certain names, you think of football. So now what we've got here is that Mohammed and the Q Group, Q Cell, they've stepped up to the plate.
Absolutely.
See, they've taken up, as it were, that mantle.
They've
as
enhanced
it were.
it to another
And this
level,
is a different, it's a different age. So, look at the money we're talking about. You cannot compare what those people spent then and what we are spending now.
We set the bar so high that...
So, absolutely.
Yeah.
The bar is much higher.
Yeah.
That is why perhaps the credit ought to be correspondingly high as well. He had stepped up, even though the bar is really high, the money you need. But fantastic, this is it. So you feel that ownership, you feel that it's yours, don't you? Because all these major players are all from here. You say, okay, I'm QTV now, we're working really with this AFCON 2023 with GRTS, that's ours. This we call it private, but it's ours. Absolutely, so that sense of ownership becomes really real. It was just not merely nominal.
Absolutely.
In name. Most things are just so nominal. It's like having a stadium or having to go and play your home matches elsewhere. But now we've fixed that. So now it makes it real, not merely nominal.
True.
I think that's a wonderful thing.
Thank you, Mr. Mboj. I mean, for always willing to be on the program. Although we missed you on this platform, but your comeback is great. It's greater.
It's a powerful
So
comeback.
I will send you your Q money when I finish doing this program. You've at least tobaled for 5. I mean, ñaata nga tubal?
10 in the end. What's
It's
wrong
9.
with you?
It's 9 actually.
Okay,
I was
9.
Nine nga
counting.
tubal.
Why man tamit tubal na ñaari yoon
I'll
bi?
compromise 9. Fine.
Tubal na ñaari.
You like also tubal 3. We'll give you Q money. If you are able to tubal 3, we'll give you Q money. Because Julde nu ma gisee muy dóor ball bi. Xam naa ne du mën a dóor 3. You know?
Trust me, I will disappoint you.
Kooka mu ne daf laa jox 500.
500. Elek, I will disappoint you guys. It's
Why
a
not you
promise.
do it today? Don't
No,
wait
not
till
today.
tomorrow.
Not today. Tomorrow. Today,
Okay.
Mr.
All right.
Mbebe,
So
Elek.
viewers will take a short break. I mean, we'll be sending you a lot of, promotional gifts. We'll be giving you shirt. We'll be giving you jerseys. We'll be giving you credit. We'll be giving you QCell mugs. A lot of them. This AFCON, we are proudly the GSM partner of the AFCON. We'll be right back.
Gambiana Banco. I can't believe qualified tele. Meta patrol and dunga metale. Niajen qualified de salon play tele. Almusate be jambaru letide.
It's 2 eyes for the boys, the Scorpions, for the African Cup of Nations, and there cannot be anything better than that. So it is upon us as the fans of the Scorpions, as Gambians, to rally behind the Scorpions and support them as they go through this journey in Ivory Coast. Support the Scorpions and we have a good results at the end of the day.
fële ca Ivory Coast ku ne xam na ne Gambia dafa qualified ngir dem bokk ci jongante yi waaw kon sama gars yi nee naa leen bi yoon non suñu yëf la fële ca Ivory Coast lañ koy jongantee dem nañ seeti président bi jël na flag bi teg ko ci seen loxo ñaax leen ñaanal leen waaye li ci gën a neex mooy lii QCell suñu bos moom mooy di main sponsor ci li nga xam ne moom mooy Scorpions yi ba tax na nag ren dañoo yokku cere dolli ñeex waaw li ci des mooy lan ñii ñaan nañ ñaan ñi nga xam ne ñoo leen mën a dooleel ci seen poos ñu dooleel leen te xam ne ñun ñëpp suñu wareef la ñu jàppale suñu ndawi réew ngir ñu mën a indi coupe bi fii ci Gambia waaw mën naa nekk te dafay nekk te sax coupe bi ñun ñoo ko moom kon nag jàpp naa ne bi yoon dina mel ni Sonkora nga ca Banjul ndax dañ yokku cere dolli ñeex moom mooy QCell suñu bos toj na réew mi ndax gunge na xale yi dooleel leen nekk ci seen ginnaaw di leen jàppale moo tax ren jii coupe bi dafay ñëw Gambia suñu coupe la te nañ ci bàyyi xel kon na ñëpp jàppale xale yi ñi mën a ñaan ñi mën a doole ci ñi leen mën a dooleel ci seen wàllu poos dooleel leen ci seen poos ba xale yi mën a indi ndam li ndax dooley jën ndox te ñun ñooy seen doole buñ bëggee affaire bi yomb foog ñu jàppale leen kon nañ dem supporter suñu xale yii te xam ne mun nañoo indi coupe bi mun naa nekk kon loolu nag foog ñu gëm ko pour ñu gëm ko nag foog ñu dooleel leen kon gàcc ngalaama QCell suñu bos ak taxawaay bi mu am ci national team bii yokku nga cere waaye dolli nga ñeex sama gaay maa nga Ivory Coast kenn du ma téye
The art of juggling is a true spectacle of agility, coordination, and speed. A symbol of progression, precision, and mastery. "5G speed is like having the juggler in your pocket. With lightning-fast download and upload speeds, you'll easily be able to juggle even the busiest workdays. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a creative, or just someone who wants to stay connected, juggle your tasks with ease with QCell 5G Speed. The future is here. It's fast, reliable, and efficient. First brought to you by QCell. We innovate, others follow.
You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. Now, let's go to the other segment of the program, Fatu Sayan. A young lady promised to cook 300 hours to break the Guinness World Record. I mean, recently we've seen a lot of cooking.
Which is actually at
Yes.
119 hours, 57 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Fatu, you are welcome on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here. Yes. So, Fatu, let's start. I mean, we want to break a record that we are going to set the bar so high to an extent nobody is going to think about doing it. I mean, why did you have this belief that you can?
Thank you. So, like you said, I'm Fatu Sayan. I'm from Brikama, but I stayed in Lamin. Now I live in Lamin. So, why do I have this belief is that recently we have seen Gambia make a significant change in milestone in everything. Like, for example, the AFCON. We have seen Chef Bojang win the jollof rice competition. These are things that actually motivate me and say that we can put our country on the map. And what am I good at? I look at what I'm good at, and I know I love cooking. I have passion for cooking because I grew up in a compound where my grandmom actually loves cooking. She actually cook for like the whole community. Like, for example, when you have a naming ceremony and all that, like the local language, like the Jindi Balakare. Yes, that's what she loved doing. And I grew up seeing that and going with her, loving the thing. And I said to myself, if I'm to bring the Gambia on the map, this is what I'm good at, so let me do that. So that is why I applied to Guinness. When I saw Hilda in Nigeria, when I saw she won the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking hours, that's when I applied. And when I applied, I was accepted by Guinness. And I was told the record to beat is 119 hours.
Yeah, which is the record.
119
hours. So I set my record to 185 hours in order to beat that record. But recently, we have seen a Ghanaian chef who is cooking right now, and I think she should finish today or tomorrow. And she set her first record to 120, which she break, and now she set a second record, which is 240 hours. So what me and my team are thinking about is we want to break that record. So we're just waiting for her to finish her record, and we want to go higher than that. So that's our record. So to go higher than that, we are targeting 300 hours.
So are you, Julde, are you mentally prepared? Mentally, because you need to be mentally, physically, psychologically, technically.
Absolutely. Ready for all of these
cooking
things.
Pot kali, spoon kali.
If that is a name.
Everything.
So yeah. Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I am actually ready. I am working with some individuals, and we are working with nutritionists, and I'm also going to the gym. I've been actually working since I applied for this. It was like 3 months ago, and since then we have been actually working to prepare me mentally, physically, like you said, and whatever it is. Yes, so we are actually preparing for that. We have been cooking, and hopefully by Saturday we wanted to cook for another 24 hours straight to taste ourselves and arrange our way of cooking for every 24 hours that we're going to be in the booth. Yes.
So what's the longest that you have cooked in your trial right now? What's the longest?
I've done 24 hours before.
24 hours?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a chef?
No.
You're not a chef? Interesting.
No, so that is, I also get that since this came out. People say, are you a chef? And I've seen people call me a chef. I'm not a chef.
Okay.
I'm a cook. I love cooking. And technically, you don't actually have to be a chef in order to cook.
Yeah,
because we all grow up at homes where our parents cook for us every day.
So what are we going to cook that day? Is it the bahal, the chepuchen, the benachin?
The yasa.
So you know that's going to be
I love the ebe. Hope I'll be invited.
Jude, that's going to be a long hours of cooking. It's going to take you how many weeks?
Hopefully, I'm hoping to cook for 12 days.
12 days.
Yes.
That will be 1 week. 2 weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks. Okay, so who's going to eat all that food? I mean, are you going to invite people to eat the food?
So if you look at the record around the world, you'll see that each country have their people support them. So we are expecting that the Gambians will come out and support me, and during that we will give some of the food to the audience. But our target is to give the food to an orphanage in Lamen, and also to give some of the food to the military prisoners, because we have seen during the TRRC how they complain about the food not being good.
Yeah.
So we want to use this opportunity to serve them good food too. Yeah.
I'm really inspired. But in terms of support, you did mention your team. How many are you? And financially, do you have all the money it takes? What does it even take, like, to be part of this competition? Explain to people who have never had the experience to participate or even know about it.
Yeah, it takes a lot to be part of this competition. It takes a lot to even think of it.
Okay.
And when I say my team, I have a group of people who believe in me, who believe in the Gambia, and who believe that together we can go forward, who are behind me, following me around, like going to look for sponsors and stuff like that. But as at recent, we haven't got, like, when it comes to finance, we haven't got any financial support yet. But we have got people like Jagan Gas reach out to us, and then we have Sarah Spices and other groups that are like women group that reach out to us and say, okay, I want to do your aprons for you. I want to give you ingredients.
Okay.
So we got that, and like Jagan, they promised to give us like a gas for the cooking.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things, and I think we have almost like a week or two, and we are hoping that Gambians will come up.
All right, let's talk about the authenticity of the whole thing, the credibility of it. Are we having representatives from Guinness World Record in the Gambia?
Thank you. That was one of the things we thought about. But to bring a Guinness World judge to the Gambia, you have to pay for it, and right now we don't have the resources for that. Except until before the time if we get it. But right now we don't have the resources for that. So what we can do is record the evidence and submit the evidence.
So how will I know, okay, Fatu did not sleep, you know, and skip the hours and try to plagiarize the hours?
Live. I mean,
Yeah.
it's live on
So that's,
Joy Prime
yes,
and other
it has to
TVs.
be live, but also, like, for example, we need to have some, like, let's say a camera that is going to, because, like, for example, if I say QTV should record live, if you have news break, you'll have to go live on news, and which means during that time the world will not see what is happening. So we need to have someone or a video that is taking everything at the end of the day, from the beginning to the end, which is going to be submitted to Guinness, and it will show the proof that we haven't stopped since we started. And also because we're going to display the time, so during the video everything will be shown that we haven't
So
slept.
when are you expecting to start this?
I'm expecting to start on the 22nd, and also I'm expecting to have a break, because people ask, how long are you going to stay up? So you are expected to have 5-minute break every 1 hour, or 20 minutes break every 4 hours.
I'll tell you a secret. Combine 5 minutes, 5 minutes. After 4 hours,
Yes, and take a
you
20-minute break. That's
All
what.
right?
That's what
you
we
should be wise. You so Fullers are wise, so you have to be. We are not like Sarahulis. Sarahulis are not wise at all.
Yes.
Yeah. So finally, what do you have to say to the general public, people watching you, before we?
First, I want to say thank you very much, because ever since the news broke out that I'm going for the record, I've seen the support online. Like, a lot of people text me to encourage me and all that. And also, I want to say to each and everyone out there, it's not late, and you can always do it. You just have to set your heart onto anything you want to do and go for it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm
So
motivated, Jules.
I am. And speaking of QTV earlier, you mentioned that we can go to news, and yeah, of course we have other programs, but we have also cameras that can take the recording of everything that you need, and then you submit it.
Yeah, we will be
We
there.
can do live, and then it continues. Then whenever we are, free and other, we can bring the slot and then make it live again. I mean, that's what Joy Primes do. Like, they don't bring everything live.
Yeah.
But at some point, they go on to their other programs and then come back to you. So I hope that QTV
It will be an
your
honor
partner.
to partner with you.
Absolutely,
No,
we
so
would
we-
love that.
I mean, we
Because
are
we
going
don't have
to.
any media house that is partnering with us right now.
Well, we are going to cover. I mean,
Thank
we are
you.
going
I'm
to film.
honored.
Yes.
Thank you
I
so
will
much.
send Aliu Jallo there, and he will cover it himself.
Thank
So
you.
we'll take a short break. After the break, we will talk to Khadijatu Drame, winner of the Outstanding Registered Nurse in Western Health 2 for 2022. We'll be right back.
QCell mooy suñu boss. QCell mooy suñu boss. QCell mooy suñu boss. Soro. Go, ebe dawa full network suda tili QCell. Ni lafta diamla wati jamala mune diata QCell. Most reliable network dumala keta wati QCell. Wo quality man nyon soda jam ona manke QCell. Hanibe wuloni farole kono walante be bakono jala fayola network o se taria QCell suñu boss. Nyo finjeka indi 3G ñu delu taxi 4G plus and now we bring you 5G. 5G. First and only 5G provider. Itella follow adi doron nesa keno. Gambia bela nyon tawa fele QCell. Ko fasunta buka busi QCell. Itella multi milka kukutol nati Gambia. QCell meta lori la kiliano liele imanjina amanda wala itella ka quality dila dadi ma itelle silo wala wodol mume be keno ma. QCell sunyu boss. QCell sunyu boss. QCell sunyu boss. QCell sunyu boss. Connection be bambandi QCell sunyu boss. QCell most innovative QCell sunyu boss.
Welcome to Samsung, your one-stop for electronic excellence. We redefine quality with unmatched durability, experience innovation with our smart TVs, including Neo QLED, 8K, 4K, and 4K UHD TVs, refrigerators, and washing machines, featuring diamond drums for soft, clean clothes. But that's not all. Transform your environment with Samsung split and floor standing air conditioners. Cook effortlessly with our 4-burner gas cooker. Stay connected with our wide range of smartphones. With every purchase, you enjoy a complimentary gift from us. Visit our showroom at QCell, Kairaba Avenue or Bursubi Turntable. You can call us on 3333217. Elevate your lifestyle with Samsung. This is QTV This Morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. On the program, I am with Julden Jai. You know, we are ready for the AFCON and see you in Ivory Coast.
Yes.
Yes, I am
all
Julde
of you
will be there. I mean, supporting and cheering the boys. We'll be clapping for everybody. Julda, that fits you, huh? That's nice. That's
it's
a
really
nice Gambian t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I would love everybody to get this one with the QCell logo, of course.
Nice, nice. So now let's talk to Khadija Tudrame, award-winning midwife. Am I right?
Registered nurse.
Registered nurse. Yes. Good morning, Khadija. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
How do you do?
I am fine this morning.
Okay. All right. We said it's important for us to invite you on this platform so that we can talk about your award. I mean, it takes a lot of energy for, you know, one to be recognized and, you know, awarded among many people. So it's important to celebrate our heroes while they are alive.
Absolutely. And she's awarded by the National Association of Gambian Nurses and Midwives.
Yes.
So it's not just like for people to know that it's not the Birkama Health Center or facility that awarded her, but it's the National Association of Gambian Nurses and Midwives.
Sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, so please tell us, how do you feel about this award?
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to be on this show. Personally, it was a surprising message when I got that I was nominated. Initially, the person who sent it to me, I have to text him back and be like, I don't understand this, because I wasn't expecting something huge like this. Although, like, we have a lot of nurses, thousands of nurses, registered nurses for that matter, but out of that lot, one person needs to be chosen. And it's like somebody was watching, I can say. Although I never expected to have something huge within a short period of my working experience. Although from School of Nursing, I was appointed and deployed to Brikama District Hospital, but wasn't having the intention or having that in mind that one day I will be awarded by an association big like the Nurses and Midwives Association. So it was a blessing to me, and also it's still something that I'm very proud of.
How many years experience have you got in the nursing industry?
I have 4 years.
Just 4 years?
Yes.
Amazing. So, you know, what does it really takes to be the best of the best?
I think being the best of the best don't have to do only with what you learn from college or university. Moreover, I think it has to do with to be able to know how to comport yourself in situations, to be consistent in anything you're doing, and also to be able to know that being a nurse doesn't mean that you're giving treatment to people alone. You have people that are coming to the hospital or to the health post or health facility, but they are traumatized psychologically. So at times it doesn't necessarily mean that you give them treatment. I always say this, that little moment that you have with a patient before starting anything, it's a very golden thing whereby the individual will open up to you. Not necessarily that you need to give so and so for the person to be okay. At times we have that you may come in, by then the patient have been there for a day or two because maybe they don't have that rapport with another person. So within that, he or she may try to open up. At times, let's say for example, the person may have a high blood pressure on admission with an excessive high blood pressure, like emergency cases. And then the pressures with treatment continues getting high. But when you don't talk to that individual, it will be very hard. Probably there is a family stress or something, a trauma that occurs that is inducing that hypertension crisis. So I think to be different from others doesn't mean necessarily you are doing ABC that you are taught. It has to be something unique. And then something you have to do wholeheartedly, not necessarily that people are, I'm just doing things to please others. But at times you never know that individual you are caring for, maybe your own relative. Gambia is very small.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, wow.
Interesting, Gilda.
I'm really
I am
inspired.
happy for the fact that women are breaking barriers.
Absolutely.
Looking at the settings, our national settings at some point, we talk about empowering women a lot. So seeing women going this far, I think it's impressive too.
It is really. And to be the best of the best, I mean, I know you must have asked because you mentioned earlier that when you were sent the text that, you know, you were nominated, it came as a surprise to you and you didn't even believe it. Were you able to find out, you know, what criteria was used and how they were able to come to the conclusion that you were the best?
Actually, I didn't ask exactly why because it was a shocking news.
Okay.
Up till now, to be frank with you, yeah, it's a month or maybe 2 ago that I received this, but it is still a shocking thing. When I have to look at the award, I'll be like, seriously, this has to be given to me? So even when people will, maybe, I'm sure people will try to say, yeah, you deserve it and so forth. But personally for me, I will always ask myself this question, why do I need to get this? It's a question I always ask myself whenever I look at the award. Because, like I said, we have a lot of people that have been there for quite a long time.
But do you feel that you deserve the award?
Yes, I feel it. That's the fact. I feel that I deserve the award because no matter what, I believe that whatever career we have, it's important to have an impact on one's life.
Absolutely.
At least every day, try to have an impact on one individual. With that, you'll be able to cross-check and know whether you are doing the right thing or not. So, like, it's a shocking thing, that's for sure. Obviously, it's something like I'll be imagining this thing. So it's true that I'm the one receiving, I received this.
Oh wow! So it's a question of like not how long you are in a particular institution, but the impact you are able to make in that institution. I think everybody should keep that in mind. It's not the length of, you know, you spending there, but also the impact and how much you positively impact other people. That matters a lot, Balde.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, that is how it should be. Well, I mean, we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Although I'm not going to tell you how much the award comes with. I mean, how much dollars is on the award. But I mean, let's keep that off camera.
She's then
we talk about
they love money.
I'm not going to disclose. We don't disclose.
You refuse to disclose. Yes.
So, but what is next for you, Khadija?
It's a challenge.
It is a big challenge.
All right.
Because now, before people don't know you, but now you will have everybody looking at you, and if people come to check, I'm like petty people to see if you really deserve it, and some of them will even go to an extent of trusting you to see really whether you are favored or it's something that you deserve, it's something that is in you.
Yeah, but for the award, the Nurses and Midwives Association clearly stated that they didn't do anything to nominate. It was the regional director's office that were asked to nominate individuals from each region. So it's transparent. Nobody knew about this. The regional director's office, they were the ones who did the sorting and then they select. So it's like a day or two that we were informed and then the list was out. So if there is favoritism or anything, I think others should be favored because they have nice rapport with others. So nevertheless, like you say, it's not the long duration you spend in a place, but it depends on the impact. Also, the way forward for me, currently I'm the head of the outpatient and emergency unit in the hospital there, district hospital. So if anyone who is going to ask me for a way forward now, it's because I did college with a high diploma degree in general nursing. I would like to specialize.
Okay.
I would like to specialize. I will prefer to go more about on the public health sector, epidemiology. Yeah, that's where I want to specialize on because for over 2 years now, a year, sorry, I have been working with the EDC on a project that they are piloting about febrile diseases on, it's a sentinel survey. Partnership with the Senegalese lab there with the Ministry of Health and EDC. So with that, I have built more interest in epidemiology. So I prefer to go to university and continue my education there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are out of time now. Khadija Drame, we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Continue being you and continue working hard.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, this is what we have, Julie.
Yeah, until we come your way tomorrow for another fascinating.
Have a wonderful day. Let's tubal. How many tubals am I going to do here?